Hey, good morning, everybody. Rich here back in Montgomery this morning, and boy, have I got my work cut out for you as we get ready for severe weather because it's a complicated scenario. We may have two modes of severe weather. I'll explain that on the video here in just a second, and it may be a long window of time where we're under a severe weather threat. Have you got a couple of minutes? Let me walk you through this, can I? Powerful storm system now in Kansas. We're not even going to talk about the blizzard portion of this storm system, but that's going to be a big headline maker. We're looking at early morning radar. Pretty quiet on the radar this morning. A couple of blips out there in West Alabama near the Mississippi-Alabama line. That's about it. It's quiet now, but it will get more intense a little bit later on with scattered showers and thunderstorms developing in the warm air sector of this complicated storm system. There it is east of Des Moines, Iowa by midnight tonight, where they just had the caucuses. Thunderstorms moving into Alabama. Windy, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms here today. 100% chance tonight. The high 75, tonight's low 66. Winds 15 to 22 miles per hour, gusting at times at 35 miles per hour today. Now, let me explain a couple of things about this severe weather threat coming up. First of all, if you're watching this video on the Montgomery Advertiser sites or on YouTube, you want to go over to Rich Thomas Weather. That's on Facebook. That's where I'll be covering the weather and pushing out as much information as possible, and also especially on Twitter. Really good stuff on Twitter at Rich Forecaster. On my Twitter account, when the National Weather Service issues a warning, it automatically comes onto that account, and so Twitter is very effective about getting severe weather information out quickly. I've had practice with 5 or 6 of these here recently. Some of you have been with me on all of them, and I'm pretty effective on multitasking and getting the information out. I'm only a staff of one, but I work really hard. Make sure your weather radio's turned on today, right? Make sure your weather radio's in the alert mode, and be weather aware. You know, it's going to be 2 modes later on this afternoon and into the early morning hours tomorrow. Okay, from the Storm Prediction Center, here's our latest outlook, and what gets your attention is that enhanced risk through western Alabama, west of Selma, back to Demopolis and eastern Mississippi. I think some of the storms could start rotating late this afternoon and into the early evening hours and become tornadic, and even overnight tonight. The slight risk as far east as Montgomery, the marginal risk all the way into the Wiregrass. That's the day 1 outlook to 6 a.m. Then after 6 a.m., day 2 outlook has a marginal risk across east and southeast Alabama, so we could have some ongoing storms even then. So you got 2 problems. The squall line in western Mississippi, that's overnight tonight, but it's the cellular mode that really concerns me. You see those individual storms in western Alabama late this afternoon? Some of those could start rotating and become tornadic. There is your problem. So we have a complicated situation. Round 1 could possibly be more dangerous than round 2 because the squall line will mainly have damaging winds and maybe a couple of spin-up tornadoes. Here's midnight tonight. We're out of the cellular mode, hopefully, and into the squall line mode coming into West Alabama at that hour. It's going to be a long night, even at 4 o'clock in the morning. This future radar shows the line of storm still west of Selma at that hour, moving on eastward with, again, a damaging wind threat and maybe a spin-up tornado. So I'm putting the broad risk, just in my mind, it looks like to me 4 p.m. in the western counties, 6 a.m. in the eastern counties. I know that's a big window. Damaging winds, of course, 60 miles per hour or higher, risk of some spin-up tornadoes, quarter-size hail possible. That's my window, and that's just a guess, an educated guess. The National Weather Service has a window more like 3 p.m. in the west to 3 a.m. in the east. You know, that's their opinion on this. Anyway, it's going to be a long-term event. You get the idea, right? Here is the expected rainfall, 1.8 inches Montgomery, maybe 2.5 inches around Enterprise, Dothan, 2.5 inches around Tuscaloosa, so a significant rainfall event. Then the much colder air comes in Thursday through Saturday. What a shocking change after we've gotten used to all this warm weather here. And then the possibly on Sunday, another low coming out of the Gulf, bringing more showers, and that would be a cool rain, but we'll deal with that later. So tomorrow temperatures will fall, 66 in the morning, and then dropping temperatures, and then only 55 on Thursday, down to near freezing Friday morning, near freezing on Saturday morning, highs only in the 50s, maybe some showers on Sunday. The GFS, this is the European out 10 days, shows today is the warmest day, then a huge drop, and the coldest morning would be February 11th, about 10 days out. The GFS, the American model, has today the warmest and much colder Thursday through Sunday, and then the coldest morning on February 11th, so the 2 models do agree on that. Okay, so stay weather aware today. We're veterans of severe weather around here. We know how to deal with this. We're going to get through this fine. You may want to share this post with your friends. Will you do that so that everybody gets the word about severe weather? I'll be here working hard for you. Now, your tomorrow morning video, here's the deal. Usually it's out by 6 o'clock like clockwork. It may not be out by 6 o'clock by clockwork because we may have some ongoing problems tomorrow morning. You'll get a video tomorrow eventually. I'm sure you understand. Have a great day. I'll see you later, okay?
Rich Thomas Weather.